Dealerships are drowning in over 60,000 unsold motorcycles, some gathering dust for nearly a year, while factory price tags have spiked 40% above sticker. In 2025, brands like KTM, Indian, Kawasaki, and BMW are quietly dumping entire model years with fire sale discounts no rider's ever seen. This is the reality behind 21 motorcycles with zero sales dealers are dumping right now. The industry blames the economy, but riders know a boycott started when dealers pushed $5,000 markups and outrageous fees during the surge. Now, the wheels are coming off. Desperate offers, closing showrooms, and a hidden time bomb ticking inside every unsold bike. Which models are flooding the market? And how did the system collapse so fast? The answers start where the greed began. When dealers slapped on $2,000 to $7,000 in COVID-era markups, riders didn't just get mad, they got organized. Prices soared 40% above sticker, and the so-called supply shortage became a punchline on every forum. One post summed up the mood. They don't ride, they exploit riders. The backlash hit hard and fast. Instead of lining up for new bikes, riders launched online boycotts and told friends to wait out the madness. Hashtags like #NoDealerGreed and #ParkedNotPaid started trending, with screenshots of $5,000 market adjustments going viral. Some dealerships even tried to hide their markups, but screenshots and receipts flooded Reddit and Facebook groups. The message was clear: riders weren't going to bankroll dealer greed. Dealers kept doubling down, tacking on document fees, freight, and even COVID cleaning charges to every sale. But the more they squeezed, the more the community pushed back. Instead of clearing out 2023 and 2024 inventory, showrooms filled up with unsold bikes, some sitting untouched for 300 days or more. The so-called floor plan, the dealer's ticking interest clock, kept running, burning through cash as bikes gathered dust. It wasn't just a few angry posts. By summer 2025, foot traffic had cratered, and online leads dropped by half. Dealers tried to blame the economy, but riders knew the truth. The markups broke trust, and the boycott froze the market. Now the clock is running out. Every unsold bike is a financial time bomb, and the only thing moving faster than the interest charges is the panic behind the scenes. Dealers gambled on greed. Riders called their bluff. But here's where it gets interesting. The longer these bikes sit, the more desperate the offers become, and the bigger the opportunity for anyone still looking to buy. Every day, a motorcycle sits unsold. The dealer's debt grows heavier. Floor plan financing, the lifeblood of most showrooms, turns toxic the moment bikes stop moving. For a $20,000 motorcycle, that's $30 a day in interest alone. By day 30, the dealer owes $900 just to keep a single bike on the floor. Multiply that by rows of untouched inventory, and the math gets brutal fast. Across the country, over 60,000 new motorcycles are stuck in limbo, each one racking up interest charges that can swallow any hope of profit. Independent dealers, once the backbone of the riding community, are the first to feel the squeeze. Take Freedom Motorcycle Center in Phoenix. They closed their doors with $2.8 million in bikes still on the floor, but $3.4 million in debt, drowning in interest payments that reached $31,000 a month. Even their best month, selling 23 motorcycles, brought in just $8,400 in profit, less than a third of what they owed in interest. There's no way out when the numbers run backward. Some dealers are now forced to sell bikes at a loss just to stop the bleeding. A $21,999 Indian Scout went for $13,500, an $8,500 hit, because another month on the floor would have cost nearly $900 in interest alone. It's not just about numbers on a ledger. Every closed dealership means fewer places to ride, fewer jobs, and another piece of motorcycle culture gone. The big brands can afford to wait, but for independent shops, the clock is merciless. Some are liquidating decades of community in a single weekend auction just to keep lenders at bay. And while manufacturers watch from the sidelines, the ones who lose most are the riders and the local shops that kept the scene alive. But when desperation takes over, even the biggest names start to blink, and that's when the deals get wild. The deal sheets are coming in hot, and they don't look like confidence. They look like surrender. KTM is offering up to $2,000 off select street models, plus 2.99% APR financing for up to 60 months on 2025, 2024, and even leftover 2023 bikes. That's not a seasonal sale. That's a factory waving the white flag on 3 years of inventory. BMW Motorrad is pushing 0% APR on the 2024 F900 GS and other select models, but only if you take delivery by August 31st. That's the kind of offer you make when you can't risk another month of floor plan interest piling up. Harley-Davidson's dealers are stacking rebates, low APR financing, and military cash all at once. The catch? These promos expire by August 31st, and some come with inventory caps, so the best deals vanish first. Indian Motorcycle is dropping $500 cash on the 2025 Scout 1250 and up to $3,000 on select 2024 Challenger and Pursuit models, but only through July or August, depending on the bike. Suzuki's throwing out 0% APR for 36 months through September 30th, and Husqvarna matches KTM's 2.99% APR for 60 months, just to keep bikes moving. Kawasaki is dangling up to $3,000 off certain models, and Zero Motorcycles is offering $0 down and 2.99% APR for 60 months on their electrics, with Goaz Motorcycles adding $250 off for military and first responders. Ducati's not immune. They're offering 0% APR for 60 months and letting buyers defer their first payment for up to 90 days. These aren't loyalty perks or early bird specials. They're lifeboats for dealers drowning in inventory. Every single promo, except Suzuki, ends by August 31st, and all come with fine print about limited supply or dealer participation. If you're paying cash, you hold all the cards. If you need financing, brands are practically paying you to get these bikes off their hands. But here's the twist. The more desperate the deals, the clearer the signal. Factories are eating losses just to keep the lights on. A $3,000 rebate sounds like a win until you try to use it at a dealership that just locked its doors for good. Nearly 400 motorcycle dealers are projected to close in 2025 alone, and by 2027, the network could shrink by 35%. That's not just a number, it's a warning. When a local dealer goes under, your warranty doesn't vanish, but your nearest authorized service center might now be 2 hours away. Every oil change, recall, or warranty claim turns into a road trip, with extra costs that rebates won't touch. Parts delays add another layer. Since 2023, wait times for basic components have stretched from days to weeks, sometimes months, thanks to ongoing supply chain shocks and semiconductor shortages. Yamaha and Ducati owners have seen bikes sit idle for lack of a single wire harness or chip. Even if you find a shop, independent mechanics often can't process factory warranty work, and some brands only honor repairs at surviving authorized dealers. That means more downtime and more out-of-pocket repairs if the closest shop can't help. Resale values are taking the hit next. With thousands of bikes flooding the used market from repos, auctions, and dealer liquidations, depreciation is accelerating. The average late-model motorcycle is set to lose 20% of its value in just 18 months. For anyone who bought during the pandemic price spike, that's a double loss. Higher payments, lower resale. Riders who thought they were scoring a deal are waking up to negative equity and a shrinking pool of buyers. The fine print is everywhere. Rebates expire, inventory is capped, and promo rates vanish if you blink. But the biggest risk isn't missing a deal. It's buying into a market where service deserts and plummeting values are the new normal. For those still hunting, the best move is to buy smart, keep records tight, and never assume the dealer will be there next year. Because the next fight won't be over price. It'll be about who's left to stand behind the sale. As of August 2025, over 60,000 new motorcycles remain unsold in U.S. showrooms, a direct result of post-pandemic price hikes, with average markups reaching 40%. Dealers who once charged up to $7,000 over MSRP are now offering unprecedented cash rebates and 0% APR financing, as documented in official promotions from KTM, BMW, Indian, Suzuki, and others. These deals, many expiring by August 31st, signal manufacturers' retreat in the face of collapsing demand and mounting dealer debt, with some floor plan interest costs exceeding $900 per month on a single bike. Yet, not all questions are answered. How many dealerships will survive ongoing closures? And how deep will the resale value drop, projected at 20% within 18 months, actually cut? What remains clear is the shift in power. Riders now hold leverage, armed with knowledge of both the risks and opportunities in this market reset. The documents and data show the era of unchecked markups is over, but caution is critical for every buyer moving forward.